Hey, hey everybody, how we doing? Hope you're having a great weekend. I know I am. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but we're filming it on the weekends, so that's when I have my time to do my cooking, or most all of my cooking. So I thought I'd come today and show you something really special. Hopefully you'll stick around and doing it. Hey, if you're interested in watching and learning about some really low carb, keto friendly foods, desserts, recipes, main dishes, stick around because I think I have something for you. So we do try to do one cooking video a week. We're going to try to do one. I think I'm going to bring in the weigh-in Fridays back. They maybe come out to be weigh-in Mondays. So I'm actually going to film that probably either today or tomorrow and have it come out this Monday. So this will probably be on a Wednesday or Thursday, Wednesday or Saturday, Friday videos. So hopefully those are kind of cool. The summer's coming back. It's getting nicer weather. I can go out and do some walking and talking and filming and stuff of that nature. So I think that would be really cool to do that. Get that stuff coming back. Also, just kind of let you know, my journey a little bit. So I know there's a bunch of new folks on here today. That I was about 240 pounds when I started this journey. I started this journey in 2017, October of 2017. I went to the doctors and the doctor told me, hey, you know what? You're pre-diabetic. I'm going to have to put you on some medication here next time you come and visit me. You got hypertension, so I'm going to have to put you on some blood pressure medicine as well. So he says, you know what? If I was you, I'd kind of think about going on keto and dropping some weight, getting fit, start exercising, walking and exercising, and between the two of them, you may be able to beat it and not have to do that. So I did that. I went out and I started doing keto. Again, the keto I started doing back in those days are very different than the keto that I do today. I will tell you that my recipes, my diet plan has really transformed from when I started then to now. Some good, some not so good, and some have had to go back to the beginning as well. So it has changed a lot over the years. So if you're interested, I can talk to you and tell you kind of how my journey went, all my ups and downs, my successes. I think I have done a pretty good job. I think I'm pretty well organized. I'd like to think I am. I know that there's some things in my life that are not that well organized, like my pantry with all my cooking stuff is all over the place. So that's something I got to work on this year, right? So I got to organize my recipes. If you saw them, I did a pretty good job. I started organizing them, but then they've kind of fallen by the wayside. So I got to go down and spend some time doing that as well. But we're having some really good, exciting stuff coming up, I think. So stick around. I think you're going to really, really like it. Hopefully you give this video a thumbs up. You hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon. That would really, really be greatly appreciated. As you know, I probably do some protein sparing, modifying stuff as well. I think I'll cut back on the what I eat in a week. You'll probably see one every week or every other week or something like that. You're going to see the weigh-in Fridays, one cooking video, maybe occasional recipe or review videos coming in as well. So, but hopefully you kind of stick around and hopefully you really like that kind of stuff. So, hey, if you have questions or there's anything I can help you with, because this channel is all about helping you to help me, right? So, I do have an email down below, so if there's anything I can do to help you, don't be afraid to email me. I'll give you my advice and my opinion. I'm no medical professional. I'm no doctor or nutritionist or anything else. I'm just going to give you what my opinion is and what worked for me, right? So what worked for me may be totally different from somebody else. Everybody's journey is going to be different. My journey is what I'm doing. Your journey may be something else. It may be closer to Weight Watchers. It may be a high carb diet with low fat, and if it's working for you, great. So, it's all about us getting healthy. So, let's support each other and encourage each other to be successful in our journey and get healthy together. So, and that's really what this whole thing is all about, right? So, and again, I started this channel because I really wanted to help others be successful because I had been successful. I went from the 240 down to 190, and then last summer I decided I went back to the doctor, had gained back about 5 pounds, and he said, nah, you got to go down to 180. It's that time. So I went down to 180, and that's where I was at Thanksgiving time. I'm pretty close to that right now, not that too far away. I was 182.6 last time I reviewed it. I actually weighed myself on Friday. But so things are going well. So, you know, I think I've kind of got a good system going for me. It's working for me, and it's sustainable. You know, I've heard somebody else, so many people tell me how it's not sustainable, and I got to tell you, for over 4 years for me, I would call that pretty sustainable. So I don't know how it's not sustainable. You know, if it's not sustainable, let's talk. So maybe I can help you out. So anyway, enough of that. So today I'm going to take some of the protein sparing modifying bread, and we're going to make some Stromboli with it. So if you haven't had Stromboli, at least we're going to attempt to. So I'm going to tell you right now, I've never made this before. This is going to be a brand new recipe for me. So it's either going to be a success or a failure, but we're going to find out together, right? So so if you don't know what a Stromboli is, it's a pepperoni bread, right? So it's just really the bread with the pepperoni rolled up inside of it. So that's what we're going to make tonight. I thought it'd be good. So it's really a version of the protein sparing modifying fast bread, which is super low carb. I mean, it's really virtually zero carb. And there may be a half a carb in it, right? So, but it's really low carb. And then we're going to take and put some pepperoni in it, and some sauce, and some salami, and some other stuff. So hopefully you stick around, and we're going to try this and get this right? So hit that, smash that subscribe button. So first of all, I'm just going to do just the basic. You saw me do this the other day, and I'm going to adjust the camera here, and we're just going to make the basic bread recipe with some of the spices in it. So. All right, so here's the bowl. All I'm going to do is just start off. I'm going to put in 2 cups of these egg whites. So again, these egg whites are the liquid ones I get from Costco. So I'm just going to pour the Now you can take regular eggs, and it's actually probably a little cheaper if you do the eggs and divide them up and get into 12 egg whites in here. So, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon, because I know I said this wrong last time when I talked about it. So this is 1/8 of a teaspoon, so I'm going to put about half of it in here. So again, this is xanthan gum. So I put a 1/4 of a teaspoon of that in here. I'm going to put some, oops, I forgot my cream of tartar. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of the cream of tartar. All right. Then I'm going to take some nutritional yeast. And the yeast is nothing more than just to give it a little flavor. It makes it taste like bread, so it kind of gives it that bread. It does have a couple carbs in it, but I figure, you know, like I know on the regular bread, it comes out and we're dividing it like 10 or 12 pieces of bread, and you got 4 carbs across that. It works out to be pretty minimal. And then I'm going to put in a I'm going to put in a teaspoon of allulose into it. You can put 2 whenever you want. It's up to you. It's really, I'm not too concerned about it browning, and this is really all that you're using the allulose for, is to make the bread brown. So in this instances, I'm not really too worried about it. And I'm going to put some salt in there, and this is just some pink Himalayan salt that I use. You know, you can put what you want in there. I put it probably equates to about a half a teaspoon or so in it. And then I'm going to use, so this is the egg white protein powder that I'm going to put in next. I use 1/3 of a cup. And that's all there really is in the basic recipe. And then I'm going to just add a few other things into it, just because it's going to be more of an Italian themed. I'm going to put in, this is garlic pepper, garlic powder. So I'm going to put some of that in. I'm going to put a little cayenne pepper in there. Yeehaw! Gotta love that pepper. And then I'm gonna put some crushed red peppers in there just to give it a good bite. Give it that real Italian flavoring of the bread. And then what I do is I just throw it all in here and mix it in. And I know there's a bunch of people that mix them at the very end and dump all that stuff in at the end. I don't see a need to do that. I've never had a problem with it, mixing or anything else. So I'm going to bring my mixer over here. Put it on. I'll put the recipe down below. So again, this is kind of a create while I go along recipe too. So now I'm going to just turn this on. I'm going to put this on here a little bit. I'm going to let this run for about 5 minutes, and when I come back, the egg whites will be at a stiff peak, and then we're going to do the pan, and we're going to start getting it in the oven. So, all right, so I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, I think we're good. It's all good. I got good stiff peaks. Throw that in the sink. Now this is the pan I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna put it in here and spread it out. Put the camera back a little bit, you can see better. So I'm gonna put it in there. I'm assuming I'll probably have a lot left. I'm just gonna make this a thin layer. Again, I'm not looking for a huge rise on this or anything else. This is gonna be more like a layer, like a roll-up cake, I guess you'd call it. So I don't think I'll use all of the batter either. So I have a backup plan just in case. I don't use it all. All right, so I'm thinking that's probably about, just want to make a thin layer of it, nothing too deep. A little bit more down this end. So that's all there is to it. I'm going to throw this in the oven for 15 minutes. So in it goes. Minutes, and I'm going to take the remaining and I'm going to make some hamburger buns. So these will be buns for my Applegate all beef, all natural, uncured hot dogs that I like, or the Teton sausages, one or the other. Or we'll just eat them as bread. All right. All right, so there we go. There's our hot dogs, buns, and I'm going to adjust the racks in here so I can throw it in there. see the oven from there? I think you can. I'll throw that in. I'm going to adjust the camera up. Oop. There we go. So this will the bread is going to go in for 15 minutes. I'm going to leave the hot dog buns in for 30 minutes, just because those have to cook a little more thoroughly. The bread, I don't want to get to completely cooked because I got to roll it up. So I want to get it so it's cooked enough so that it's cooked most of the way through, because then I'm going to roll it up. We're going to put all the stuff in it, and then we're going to throw it back in the oven. At least that's the plan. Hopefully it works. I will tell you when we'll come out, and we'll take a look at it. So, all right, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, it's time to come out of the oven. So here it is. Hold on a second. I gotta keep the oven keep going for the hot dog buns. All right, had to reset the oven for the hot dog bun. Sorry about that. Oh. I guess left my clips on there. So the whole bread idea is I want to get this bread soft enough so I can roll it. So now the bread's still pretty warm. So I want to hopefully get this to come on. Pretty close. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's still pretty soft. So now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do things a little differently. Normally I would put the sauce on there first, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put the cheese on there first. So this is just mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna use some pre-shredded stuff. Again, this is not for something that I would eat on a protein sparing modifying day, but it's something that I would eat on a regular keto day. I will put the recipe for this down below, so when you check the description down below, this will be in there. So I did that. I only have a couple of pieces of this provolone cheese. I actually have some more, but I've frozen and I didn't take it out of the freezer. So you know, so I'm gonna just throw a couple pieces on here that I have. Hopefully I get caught up in rolling it up and get a little flavor out of it. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put the sauce on here now. So again, I'm going to go sparingly on the sauce. I'm going to use it more. I'll use some of it for dipping later. We're also have some of the meat lasagna left as well that we're going to have with this. I'm just going to sparingly kind of sprinkle it around. Again, I worry about the bread not holding up very well against the liquid. Again, that's why I'm putting the cheese on there to kind of help with it a little bit. Of course, I gotta have a white shirt on, and I'm playing with some red spaghetti sauce, right? So, or some marinara sauce, I should say. So again, I'm using this. This is Victoria's, and it's actually pretty clean. It's only what is it, 5 total carbs in it, 2 fiber, so it's only 3 net carbs in it, so pretty clean. I would say it's going to give a good run for its money to Roz. So this was what was at Costco last time that we went. It was pretty good. It was better than the regular sauce. So then I'm going to pop some pepperoni on here. This is just regular pepperoni. Now you can do all kinds of different meats and throw all kinds of different meats on here as well. I actually have some salami I'm going to throw on here. And I have it cut open. I got to get a... Throw some of this on here. I like meat, so I throw a lot of meat on here. A little more pepperoni here and there. Then I'm going to throw some more cheese on the top of it. All right, there we go. And then we're going to just roll this sucker up and throw it back in the oven. This will actually help. All right, there we go. I'm going to pop this back in the oven. I'll cut the side off. We're going to put this back in the oven for another 15 minutes or so and let it finish cooking. And we'll melt all the cheese and everything else. I'll pull you over here so you can actually see the oven, I guess, if you want to. If you don't, I guess you can't. Believe me, I'm going to throw this in the oven and we're going to let this go. All right, so that's in the oven. That actually rolled up nicely. Hold on a second, I gotta tip this tripod up. All right, so that's in the oven. Again, really simple, super simple. It actually went really well. I'm really surprised how well it went. Hopefully it comes out half as good as it looked. So we're gonna come back. Hey, just to remind you, I did start a membership down below. If you're interested, take a look at it. There's some perks with it. Some of the videos I'm going to be releasing a couple days early if you're interested in seeing that, as well as I'm going to do some one-on-ones. So if you're interested in doing some one-on-ones and talking about weight loss and fitness and all that good stuff, and look for some guidance and some help, or even just someone to bounce ideas off or some issues with, or anything I can help you with, think about becoming a member, and that way there it would give you access to do a little one-on-one with me as well, to kind of help you on your journey to wellness, right? So and again, it helps the channel out too as well. I need a new tripod because this tripod is driving me crazy trying to tip it up and down for the food. And the food is the way its cost is going up. It would be greatly appreciated to have people help support the channel, right? So again, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you think about subscribing as well. Again, we're here to help. All right, I'll come back when this is ready, and we're ready to do a little taste test on it and see how it comes out. Talk to you in a minute. All right, here we go. It's a beeping. see that or not. That's what it looks like. Let's I guess I put the hot things away, shouldn't I? So let's I'm gonna readjust this camera again, and then we'll take a look at it. It's pretty warm still, so might wait a few minutes to let it cool, and then we'll cut into it. But let me hold it up. Actually, maybe that'd be better. Kind of see what it looks like. It looks nice to me. You know, I guess on a Stromboli you should cover the ends, cut the ends, push the ends down together, but in this kind of bread I don't think I can do that, so this is just going to be my version of it. So, alright, we'll come back in a minute, and we'll, when that cools down, we'll cut into it and do a taste test, and I'll see what it looks like and everything else. So, alright. Alright, so let's cut into this thing. So, again, this is what it looks like. I'm going to put it here. I move the camera back a little bit so you can see better. I'm going to cut into it. It did leak out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oop. Not bad. Not bad at all. No. I'll show you the bigger one. Like I said, it didn't roll up the way that I wanted it to, but I wouldn't call it a complete failure either. So, you know, not bad. So let's taste it. Now let's see what it tastes like. Again, I was cutting it with this knife. This knife is not very good at cutting through the meat, I'll tell you that. So, what did I do with the knife? Oh. See, I had a knife here, something in a fork here. Wow, that's really good. So even if it didn't come out exactly looking like a Stromboli, it's pretty dang good. It's I wouldn't call it a complete win, but I would say the flavor and the taste was a win. So again, pizza is probably one of my favorite foods. So anything that I can get like pizza, like the pepperoni bread or anything else, you know, I would say is definitely a win. Now, I haven't done the macros on this, so I'm going to have to tell you, I'm going to have to go put it in the carb manager, because this just came from a thought that we had, that we were talking about it, and we said, oh, let's make a Stromboli bread, a pepperoni bread, and try it. So I haven't put everything in there, so I am going to put them down in the macros. But I would say that pretty much the bread is a half a carb, right? The pepperoni is probably only a carb or two. The cheese is a carb or two, and and the sauce is probably a couple of carbs. So it's probably like 6 or 7 carbs for a serving of this. Total carbs. I'll have to figure out what the fibers is. I will put the recipe down below, and when I put the recipe down there, I will put all the macros out there too. Actually, by the time I get done editing and all that stuff, maybe I'll put the macros and up over here and have them come down so that you can kind of see them and see what they are. Again, this is really, really delicious. I would take maybe, and you can put a little sauce on the side and dip it in it if you'd like to. It doesn't need that at all. It's got a good bite to it, just because of all the pepperoni and some of the spices that we put in the bread. So yeah, I'm really digging it. It's really, really nice. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's worth a thumbs up. Hopefully it's worth a subscribe. Hit that little bell icon, like if you want to see some others, the other videos. are coming up. Again, we're here to help. Hopefully, like I say, if there's something that I can do to help you, let me know. You have ideas, something you'd like me to see or something to talk about, let me know down in the comments down below. What's your favorite keto foods? Have you done anything with the protein sparing modifying breads? Let me down below. Let me know down below what you've done. Don't forget to join the Facebook group, as well as my Instagram. They're down in the description as well. I'd really appreciate that as well. So kind of would love to grow the community. Hey, don't forget, we're going to do a live next Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I believe that's 12 o'clock noon time, East Coast time. So if you're around and you'd like to join in, I'm going to have your pal Misty on with me. Hopefully it's a collaboration between the two of us. We're actually got a couple of collaborations coming up this year, and that's going to be one of the first ones. So hopefully you come over and join us, and I think you'll really enjoy the conversation. We're going to talk a little bit about keto, our diets, how we've done it for over the years. She's done it over 2 years now. She's lost over 120 pounds. So, and we're going to kind of talk about that, fitness, and what are we doing for exercise? How are we doing it? All kinds of different activities like that, our diets. And I'm sure that her diet is very different than mine. Everybody that I talk to in the keto world has a very different diet. And so there's a lot of interpretation to what keto is and everything else. And I think we'll give you both our spins on it, as well as we'll talk about supplements and other things. So enough of that. Anyway, you guys have an awesome day. Remember, you guys are great. You're wonderful. Be kind. Be good to each other, and love each other. Let's be good to this world. Just remember, everybody has issues. Everybody has problems. Let's be kind to each other and help each other get through those issues. Don't forget to look at the videos up here, the videos down here, and the videos down here. All right, I'll talk to you guys.